You ready for it?
No.
Too
Because-
bad. You better get ready and accept it, because change is gonna come.
Yeah, I'm not ready for it. I mean, we have to accept it because we have no choice.
Like, that's the thing. You have no choice.
Yeah, we're just floating through the system, man, and we just have to try to make the best of it. But I mean, I guess luckily at this point in time, you can turn on a YouTube channel and still tell if it's AI, or at least a lot of people can.
Sheesh.
Hey, blast off, I can talk my ass off. Hey, Smokey, what you seen, and I'll tell you what I saw. Hollywood, what you think, and I'll tell you what I thought. And we can talk about it all when we here on Trash Talk. Hey.
What's going on, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Trash Talkers Podcast.
We made it.
We made it, Smokey.
Yeah, we did.
What's going on with you, brother?
Oh man, not much.
Nothing?
No, not really, man. I've been trying to avoid all the craziness. I think I said that last time.
Yes, you've said that about 5 times now.
Yep,
man.
and that's what I'm doing, man. I try not to get involved these days.
Man, are you living by your philosophy now, or I'm just gonna stay in the house and just?
Man, I wish I could.
I mean,
see, that's the thing. Like, our minds have been conditioned to do stuff at all times at this point in society that I wouldn't be able to actually do it. But there is a part of my brain that says, man, I long to be able to do that.
Man, I ain't gonna. This past weekend, dude, I slept for 16 hours straight.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that. My brain will fucking fry.
Amazing, dude. It was amazing. But no, man, it's like I was thinking about, you had said that you were like, man, sometimes I just want to lock myself in the room. But at the same time, man, I do want to, again, I don't know what it's called, but it is good to go out. It's good to smell the flowers and try new food, and
get in touch with nature.
Yeah, do something.
Yeah.
Go to an '80s dance club for one night and just enjoy.
That would be fun, man.
Enjoy yourself, man.
Little Miami Vice going on.
Man.
Some neons on the wall. Yeah.
Man, I thought, dude, it's because my previous week was treacherous, man, and it's like, all right, I am off. I slept for, and not even intentionally, I just slept for 16 hours. I put my phone on airplane mode and just out.
I don't know how that's possible, man.
Buddy, I could sleep. I've done it. I've slept for 24 hours before. My mom has done that.
How is your brain not hurting?
I don't know.
If I go over 8 hours, I wake up with a headache.
I think because I go so hard through the week, I'm always go. The second I get the chance, all right, that's done, this done. Mama, you good, Smokey, you good, y'all good, all right. It's just like, all right, now it's me. And dude, our true story. My mom is the same way like me. She is got to do this, got to get that. You good. That's done. I remember because she had 3 jobs. She was a teacher. She worked at the hotel, and then she was a waitress. Mm-hmm. Dude, she came home from work one day, and this was a Friday. She came home Friday night. She had worked all night, so she came home late Friday night, maybe 2-3 in the morning. She woke up Sunday morning, bro. I had to walk in the room. It was like, all right, she breathing. As long as she's breathing, we good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's how I'm able to do it. Through the week, I'm just so go. Yeah. I don't know, man.
I mean, I like to take a day off here and there, but I can't sleep through it.
Sheesh. I mean,
I'm
if
serious.
You could, would you want?
My head would pound. Like, I couldn't do it.
If you could do it, would you want to do it?
I'd like to see what that's like, yeah.
Dude, there ain't nothing like a 16-hour sleep. A 16-hour nap, there ain't nothing.
It might be great. I don't know. I just couldn't do it.
Man, I woke up feeling
great. My back would be hurting. My head would be hurting.
You ain't never done it, though.
Dehydrated. Yeah, that's because I get to like 8-9 hours and that stuff starts happening.
All right, well, let me say this. I will say, yes, you do. I go to sleep with a big old Bubba next to me. So I do wake up and drink. I do wake up, then go back to bed. Yeah. That's what. But no, as we do here on all the Trash Talkers podcasts, we always start off by reading the top 3 comments from the previous podcast that happen to be, should artists have to apologize for their lyrics? Mm-hmm. The number 3 most liked comment comes from Angie Fitzgerald. Yeah. Angie Fitzgerald said, as someone born in the 60s, I show my adult children sitcoms and stuff from back in the 70s and 80s, and you would never get away with that stuff now. They were shocked at some of the stuff they got away with.
I bet.
It's so crazy. I was watching a clip of Archie Bunker, and he just slapped the crap out of this
Oh,
lady.
yeah.
I'm like, you would never get away with that.
No, not at all, man.
Oh, dude, I saw somebody said that, man, they need to make a Tropic Thunder 2. It ain't possible.
No, it's not.
It
I
ain't
mean, if they did, it would be so watered down that it just wouldn't be fun anymore.
It don't hit the same.
Yeah.
All right, the number 2 most liked comment comes from Danny X01. Danny X01 says, "Imagine Sting apologizing for writing Every Breath You Take. For example, because now it's considered almost an ode to someone toxic or worse, a stalker is just ridiculous. I mean, I don't think he or they did it with such intention." I agree, man.
Well, that's a question too, but like I said in that episode, that an artist can write a song as a character, not meaning that I want to do this in real life. But nowadays, if you put that out on recording, people just automatically assume this is a horrible person for writing this song.
Yeah. So, with what you said, the number 1 most liked comment on that podcast comes from Paul Haney. Short answer, no.
There you go.
There you go. Short answer, no.
Yeah.
Smoked out. What you got for us today, man?
I guess playing off of that, man, the next question is, should artists be suing? Artists or record labels, whoever owns the rights to the music, should they be suing over these AI content, the AI videos, using the name, image, and likeness of actual artists, and many times artists that have passed on? So the estate or the record label, whoever owns the rights to the music, should they be suing over AI generated content that is using their name, image, and likeness?
Now, you saying the name, image, and likeness thing. I remember I asked you a question on, I can't remember what reaction it was, but I'd asked you about the Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah.
And I said, do you think the Elvis estate probably wanted to sue him? This was way before AI, way before, because he looked like him, act like him. Do you think the Elvis estate should have been able to sue the Honky Tonk Man or the WWE for that?
See, I think being so generic, yes, he absolutely was playing off of Elvis. Didn't use the name, obviously. That would have been a little too far, but there are a lot of Elvis impersonators throughout history.
That's where I'm going.
And that's a question in itself. But as far as the Honky Tonk Man, it was like a generic Elvis, So I think it was just far enough to where that would be out of legal bounds anyway, but they probably saw it as like an homage.
Right. All right. So when you said it was just out of the legal bounds, what's just out of the legal bounds? Like what?
That, you're not going on stage and saying, or in a wrestling ring in this case, you're not going out and saying, "I am Elvis." He's like, "I'm the Honky Tonk Man."
All right.
I'm an Elvis fan, basically.
Let me ask you this then. So should the Elvis estate be able to sue all these, in Las Vegas, it's a big thing to get married by Elvis. Yeah. Should they be able to sue
that's the question. Like, I never really thought about that until now. Is that legal bounds for suing? Because you're basically saying I'm an Elvis impersonator.
Hey,
I'm using his image. I'm using his name.
I know a person who will tell you, "Yeah, I got married by Elvis." I know
exactly.
Right now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's some loophole there because obviously there's so many of them. Like, and you got to make leeway for cover bands and stuff like that, right? So I would say no, they shouldn't. Is it possible? Maybe.
All right. So with you saying there might be some loophole, which I'm sure there is. Now let's bring it back to the music side. Now, if Elvis, who marries people in Hollywood, can get away with it, and the Elvis estate not do anything, but Homer Simpson does an AI cover of Johnny Cash's "Hurt."
Yeah.
Isn't the real Elvis guy like hey, I now pronounce you husband and wife? That's a real person versus a character.
Yeah.
But I get it. There's someone behind the computer who created it. Like, that person's just doing it for entertainment. This other person is actually legally marrying people. Like,
I mean, that's intellectual property, right?
Yeah.
Like you say, if you're Elvis, you spent all this time creating this image, creating this sound. That is your voice that people are imitating, right? You put a lot of work into that, and those people are making money by performing marriages using your image, your signature sounds and whatnot. Yeah. And performing art that you wrote. Maybe Elvis is not the best example for songs that you wrote, But there are plenty of artists who
Why?
wrote.
Because he took so many?
Well,
I thought you were.
see,
I thought it would have been a great joke. I thought you
No,
was going
that-
into a joke, man.
no, but that is the case.
Damn, I threw you an alley. You were supposed to dunk that mug, man. Go ahead.
No, I saw where you're going, but see, I differ on that because so many artists, especially mainstream artists, didn't write their own stuff. I don't know why Elvis gets so much flack for not writing those songs when probably the majority of the huge artists throughout history of music didn't write their own songs.
Yeah, I was just hoping you was gonna catch
I
that
know,
mug.
I know what you were hoping
Shaboom,
for.
shakalaka that mug. But
no, that was the case. That's why I'm saying he's probably not the best example because he didn't write them. But there's plenty of artists that did write their own songs that other cover artists are performing.
All right, so back to the AI things. These people they didn't write the song. Maybe the person who they're AI covering didn't even write the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So why?
But whoever owns the rights to it has the rights to that intellectual property.
I agree. So what do you think? Should they?
Man, how much is covered by fair use? And
God, see,
I mean,
you got to be careful here.
ethically-
Be careful because we do.
Oh yeah, we use fair use for sure.
Yeah, every video that we
But
put.
then again, we don't get paid when we do reactions, except for the artists who like reaction videos enough to say, I'm going to share the funds with you, which is very rare.
Real quick, did you see that post Rand made about UMG?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'll show you off camera.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
definitely. Yeah, I want to know that now.
Crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't think it's my place to say whether they should sue or not, but I do think it's on the horizon. It's coming.
Well, you know what's you coming up with this topic is interesting for me because someone who actually knows you personally for years. You know, you've always been the guy like, oh, I would never sue a person.
Yeah, I'm not big on suing.
Right. You've always told me that but you said, if it was a major corporation,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about like somebody like let's take an artist who had one hit, and then the AI guy who created it just 13-year-old behind a computer. You're not big into suing the small guy. He's like, dude, I'm just a 13-year-old. That's what I'm saying. So like,
that's tough, man. But then again, like say it was one of your songs. Like you wrote this song, you made the beat for it. This is all your intellectual property, and you find out there's a 13-year-old that's making as much, maybe even more money than you off of your intellectual property. How do you feel about that? Like, I mean, maybe
I thought you were asking me.
Let's go for an older person because it's kind of touchy when you're talking about underage people. Let's say it was a 25-year-old that took your song, made an AI cover of it using Frank Sinatra or Elvis's voice or whatever. Basically, they're getting paid the money that you would have made off of that song. But then again, you could also say, well, that's almost shared income because it's not like if they were listening to this that they won't listen to your music, if you see what I'm saying. Does that make sense to you?
Are you asking me a question or are you?
Well, I'm saying, how would you feel about it? Would you want to sue
so you
them?
are asking me how I would feel is if I'm making money from it, I would have your philosophy. Like, if you're somebody who ain't making as much music as I am, who's not producing as much content as I am, get your grind on, bro. Now, you know what I mean? This is me personally. I'm not going to go after this 25-year-old. Man, enjoy yourself. Because I'm not doing bad. You know what I mean? What about you? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I'm not big into suing. So, yeah, I wouldn't be pursuing that. It's just, it does feel wrong, though. It feels wrong that I spent the time to create something. You spent 30 seconds just throwing a voice over my work.
Right, but you are getting paid for it. It's just somebody
Not
likes
always.
you.
Not always.
Not always. Well, okay. Well, let's say you are, though. And then let's take your example.
Oh, if I am getting paid, then more power to you. I'll give you a dab. We'll handshake it up or whatever.
That's what I just said. I was like, as long as I'm getting a little bit,
yeah,
I don't care. Enjoy it.
Yeah, even if it's sharing, I'm cool with that because
totally
that's another outlet for my music,
Exactly.
right? And I'm getting some of the revenue for it.
And not only that, but I'd love to hear Squidward do Too Far.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, that would be cool, but there's a lot of record labels that don't see it that way.
Well, all right, let's take the record label out of it. Are there, us being independent artists, do you think most independent artists would think the same way we do?
I would like to think so, but then again, it's probably not likely because people love to sue these days. They sue over anything. I mean, when people are suing because there's too much ice in their soda or something, you know. Or what did I see? There was a lady who went to a drive-through. I don't remember which restaurant, like a McDonald's or something, but I'm not saying that's the exact restaurant. But
You know that's how the McDonald's coffee cup thing happened, right?
yeah, exactly. But now, like, it's even to the point where she got like fries or something, some food that was just entirely too hot for her. She handed it to her kid. The kid dropped it on herself and put little burns on her legs. She got hundreds of thousands of dollars for that.
You don't agree?
I'm not going to give the exact number. It was thousands of dollars, whatever it was. I don't know. Like, isn't there some sort of responsibility that you take as a person to know when I go out and buy something from a restaurant, it should be hot? Shouldn't you know that? And you know,
Yeah.
and but they're awarding people money for these things.
Yeah, I mean that's the country we live in,
Exactly.
and people are gonna, you know,
like, just it's not responsible for you as a person. Like, you're not being responsible. You know, if you buy food that it's going to be hot, but then you still get to go and sue saying it was too hot and my kid got injured from it. Isn't there something where you should be taking responsibility rather than like, how much can I get paid for this?
Yeah. See, that's how you think. You think you're thinking of these people like ambulance chasers, and I agree with you. You should. You're an adult. You should know. Hey, let me. I remember my mom would like put her tongue on it first and see if it was
exactly. Yeah.
And you're right. You should. But unfortunately, we live in a world where people don't think like that, and there are some people who are gonna exploit that and be like, oh my god, like ambulance chasers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't think like that. Because I don't think like that. There are people that do think
exactly.
like that.
There's too many people thinking like that.
And because we live in a country where you can sue companies for that. Oh my God, my 4-year-old got burnt by a chicken nugget because it was too hot. You go to court, it becomes a civil thing, and they're like, listen, the mom might have been like, I need $500 trillion. Like I was like, listen, you have to take some responsibility too. We'll give you 20,000. All right, we're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the victim's gonna ask for the most amount of money as possible.
Yeah.
But McDonald's like, look, you were a parent. You gave you should take some responsibility. So we're gonna give you 10,000. Sure, I'll take it. I mean, we live in a world where that's just a thing, man. But
it's just it leads to worse and worse
this is
activities, man.
This is so interesting to me because you are a person who's so against this, and you picked this topic. I'm just that's so interesting to me. You're so against it, but you picked the topic.
But like I also say, there's some companies that are negligent, so there are many cases where I think the person should be awarded something, especially against big companies that are making uber profits anyway.
Right. But now in this case,
some things are just too frivolous.
Yeah. But now in this case, we're talking about music.
Yeah, music.
So
I don't personally, I wouldn't do it. I would not sue a small creator for trying to make money any way they know how. But then again, you're not putting in any work. Like that, I'm it's almost cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
I'm conflicted. Like, I'm not for suing people over any minor details or whatever.
But I also don't want you doing it.
But also, like, as the creator, or you're not even the creator, you let AI create it for you. You're just getting paid by putting a prompt in.
Yeah. As an artist, that bothers you. That's
yes, it does.
Okay, well, let's take the painters.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone who paints this magnificent piece that took them 20 years to do it.
Yeah.
They go out there and sell it, put it on auction, $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this one person gets on, hey, ChatGPT, show me the prettiest flower in the middle of a rainforest missing a single petal.
Mm-hmm.
They print it out. Should that person get paid the same amount as that person that painted this beautiful hand art?
Logically, no.
But the world we live in now.
But yeah, it could be, because beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, and you could find someone that'll give you money for that, even though they could easily just do it themselves.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, like, remember the NFTs?
Mm-hmm.
People were getting paid millions just to. I mean, the stoned ape ones.
Yeah.
It was literally color waves, and there's just bleep, bleep, bleep. But all they're doing is, I mean, someone thought of the thing to create it, and they're like, oh man, I can own this, and it's a non-fungible token. I mean, I respect listen, I ain't gonna hate on nobody for making your money.
Yeah.
You make your money the best way you know how.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's 100% across the board.
Well, I'm talking about in a legal way, you know.
Yeah, without hurting someone else.
Well, nothing's 100% across the board, but y'all know what I mean. I ain't talking about nothing bad, but if you a hustler trying to get your money and you ain't hurting nobody, go for it, man.
Yeah.
That's why when you asked me, you know, I'm like, as long as I'm getting my piece, I ain't too greedy. You know, I'm like, do you, brother? Do you? I don't know. It's interesting. When you had brought that topic, I was like, man, you're someone so against it. But is it because of this? I think you're looking at it more because you're a creator. It's hitting you more because you are a creator. But also, I think you're looking at it because AI is probably just about to take over. Creation gone. Yeah, it's gone now, and I think that bothers you.
That's AI slop, I think, will eventually take down a lot of these big platforms that we all enjoy. So shout out to you guys for actually watching real people make content these days, because right now I don't know the exact percentage, but it feels like at least 50% of all content that is uploaded to YouTube at this moment is AI. And it may actually be higher than that. You know, the whole dead internet theory and whatnot.
Man, I had a dream that everything was fake, dude. Everything I saw on the phone was fake. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's leading to people believing like that, too, that nothing you see is real anymore. And it may never been anyway, because I believe in the simulation theory, so none of it may have been real in the first place. Man. But I don't know, man. It's just, it's going to take down platforms like this. Think about it. When AI slop is the predominant category of entertainment that people are consuming on YouTube, right? Eventually, people are going to get tired of that. Like, without a soul being put into art, you eventually lose interest. Like you were talking about earlier, like these songs, like they're cool to hear the first time, right? Squidward doing, you know, whatever song, Stand By Me or something, you know? Like, it's cool to hear the first time. But you don't go back and bump that every day, because there's still something in your head that says, that's not a real person. There's no soul behind this, you know?
But what if you don't know? Like, what if it's just hey, come and y'all check out this new rapper, or this new artist that came out, and, you know.
Timberland's doing that.
Exactly. I mean, there's artists out there, but what if no one told you? Like, let's go with let's go with Sleep Token, right? Let's say Sleep Token is a 100% AI generated band, and you had no idea of it. You never knew it. Would you enjoy it? I mean, we've done reactions where you do enjoy it.
Yeah, I think there's something in your brain where you could fool yourself for a while. I don't know. I feel like there's an intuitive side, though, in there somewhere where eventually people are going to go, something just doesn't feel right, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like with I ain't gonna say prosthetics, but cosmetic surgery. You know, when people started enhancing themselves, at first it fools everyone, right? When you don't know. Once everybody catches on, like, oh, that's a BBL, or, you know, that's augmentation or whatever. Eventually, the zeitgeist of the people start going, I don't really like that as much, because it's not real.
You personally, but so to you're a fan of Sleep Token.
Yeah. Let's
say you found out. They came out, hey guys, the people who are on stage doing, these are just actors. Sleep Token is actually an AI band. And he's like, dang it, I F with Sleep Token. You didn't know it, but you've been listening to them for 50 years. And then 2075, they're like, hey, this band is not real.
I feel like it was all a lie.
Yeah. I mean, but would you still be like, man, screw those 50 years? Or would you be like, God dang.
Tough.
But what's wrong with it? What's wrong with enjoying it? What, is there something wrong with enjoying it?
No, I don't think so. But there's nothing wrong with enjoying it. And there's nothing wrong with it actually fooling you. Like, if you thought that BBL was real, then enjoy it while you know. The problem is, once you find out, it just takes the fun away. So the thrill is gone at that point.
So when they tell you in 27.5 that Sleep Token's not real, does it take away? It's
no longer your. There's a cognitive effect there. It takes away your pleasure at that point. It's like, oh, it's all been a lie.
Man, I mean, I mean, I agree. I'm just throwing stuff at you here, seeing what you're thinking about.
Yeah, okay. I think it will eventually, and that would be the general consensus too. There's still going to be some people hang on. Like, some people can get past that point. Some people can be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I know it's all fake, and I'm still going to stick with it.
Well, I'll give you a prime example is reality TV.
Yeah. There you go.
I mean, it's been proven. Dude,
Yeah. But for a long time, people thought, man, the world is crazy. Look at all this stuff that's happening on this reality TV shows, No, and then you find out it's not real, and you're like, it's not even fun to watch it anymore.
It's not, dude. And coming from, dude, my mom and a friend of mine loves Survivor, and when I can't even watch reality TV because I do so much editing, bro. It's like dude, I know that's not how it happened.
Yeah.
I know it didn't happen that way. It's like that's too perfect.
Yeah.
That it's just no way. And then when I break that down to my mom and my friend, they're like, stop, you ruined it, stop.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just telling.
But the analytical mind, thinks differently.
And I feel like a piece. I feel like a dick because it's like I don't want to ruin this for you. You know what I mean? Like, all right, my bad. And
yeah, you got to be mindful of that, like ruining it for other people. Just because you overthink it doesn't mean you need to force it on them.
And if that's your guilty pleasure, that's your guilty pleasure. Like when I'll notice some not even notice, but like when I am working and breaking things down, I have to have some sort of background music, because I'm constantly click, but I need to have something, whether it be music, a podcast, it might be about just the most garbage stuff you could think about, but it's just I need to have something, and it's a guilty pleasure of mine, you know what I mean? And I don't want someone to come in and be like, hey, if you by you listening to this reduces your productivity by 30%, it's like,
well, it wasn't until you said
told
that.
Me. You know what I mean?
But now that you told me, it's going to.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, right?
Nah, you can't.
There's still some people who, I mean, that's why they say ignorance is bliss, right? There's still some people watching Jerry Springer reruns and whatever and thinking it's all completely real and they get that much entertainment out of it.
Man.
But now if we watch it, we're going to be like, oh yeah, that's a paid actor.
100%.
Yeah.
I know people that have been on Jerry Springer.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Man,
they hired a lot of wrestlers for Jerry Springer shows.
Yeah, I kind of envy I'll say old people. I was gonna use senile, but I'm not gonna use that word. But I kind of envy that. It's like where they're sitting there watching Matlock reruns, and they're just like, man, that's just their life. They're not. Yeah. They don't need to be hip to what's new and be on this trend. It's like, man,
but there's a dangerous side of that also because those are the older people are the ones that get scammed by the fake stuff.
Oh yeah, you do need to be. See, that's the gift and the curse. You do need to be. Again, I'm making personal connections because I actually know people who are going through this thing.
Yeah.
But my friend that you recently met, she works in a business with phones, and she gets repeat customers who are 70 plus, and she's like, oh, here comes Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, okay, all right, Mr. Taylor, I know exactly what happened. I can't get this off my phone. We've spoken about this 6 times, Mr. Taylor. When this number calls, and I'm just using a fake name, do not answer. If this website comes up, click off. But I thought my granddaughter needed $200. Yeah. Mr. Taylor, no. And then but in a way, she's telling them stop, and then she'll see Mrs. Whitey or Mrs. Kimberly come in, and it's always the same thing. But she's like, I'm helping these people, and I'm telling them stop clicking these things, stop sending money. Yeah. But at the same time, she gets paid to help them do that. It's like I'm helping you fix your problem. Yeah. But it's like to them, they're just like, oh, my grandbaby needs some money. You don't know it's a scam, but it's crazy, man.
It is crazy, yeah. Like I said, it's cognitive dissonance because you can see both sides of it at the same time, and I don't know. But as far as do we think the labels will push forward, I think yes. I think there will be lots of lawsuits coming up. Whether I agree with them or not, there's going to be lots of lawsuits coming up in the near future.
So if I had, just to play devil's advocate, so we don't agree on 100% everything, I would probably say no. And
you don't think that?
I would think their
labels are greedy, bro.
Dude, we do a channel called Rappers React. I know all about it, brother. Trust me, I know all about it. Yeah. But what I could see a lot of labels doing is switching with the times, is using it for them.
Finding a way to get paid more off of it.
They're like, wait a minute, we can, like I said, they can make artists. They could make an artist. Hey, they could take your average Joe Blow. Hey, we just made an AI hit song. We just need you. Can you just play these chords? All right. Can you just memorize this song, sing it? You're good. Hit.
Milli Vanilli. That's already happened.
Bull, a person wrote that.
Yeah.
I'm saying somebody wrote the Milli Vanilli song that Milli Vanilli was.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you could. So all right, take that. Whoever wrote the Milli Vanilli song, I could see labels using AI is like, hey, we got the song, we just need a face.
Yep.
I could see them capitalizing.
I'm pretty sure that's on the horizon too.
Yeah, I think.
But the thing is like when just the average creator who made a channel called AI Covers, and those people are going to be, I mean, at the very least, those videos are going to get taken down at some point when these labels figure out a way, because change doesn't happen without some sort of action taken like that. So the lawsuits are going to be first thing before they start figuring out like, okay, here's what we can do. We can split the money, or in many cases, like, go ahead and make all the AI covers you want. Just send all the money to us, and then we'll be good to go.
A lot of people will be down with either one of those.
Yeah,
I mean,
but the people who are creating it or not creating it in this case, like, what are they gonna do? They're just gonna stop making it because they're like, I'm not getting paid off of it.
That's the thing, man. We're moving into the future. Again, no one likes change. No one likes it. We're getting to a point where eventually everything's gonna be computerized. Everything's gonna be AI. Everything's gonna. We're moving into a different era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything's just gonna be.
Who knew the age of Aquarius was gonna be ran by computers?
Yeah, I mean, come on. For a lack of better word, everything's going to just be fake. You know what I mean?
It is.
And that's look, hate it or love it, it's coming, bro. All you can do is accept it. It's coming.
Does that not make you believe in the simulation theory more?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I don't know, man. Technology is scary, dude. And
it's scary.
I just remember, like, dude, just stop. But it's over.
They're not gonna stop because there's too much power involved.
Well, it can't now at this point. AI.
Yeah, now, because we're at a point where it can regenerate itself.
Exactly.
So you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube at this point.
Hell, you could even make an argument that AI would put music industries out of business.
They could. I mean, there is a possible outcome.
There could be a way, or there could possibly be a way where, like you said, they're speaking to each other. They're growing without human interference. So eventually, AI's like, hey man, they like that sound over there. Hey, let's upload a channel. A physical person didn't click and make this YouTube channel. It was created by AI. Like, hey,
tons of those now.
Right. All right. Oh, let's throw this song in there. So now you got a channel that was never touched by a person. They're putting songs on this channel that was never made by a person, but it sounds like a person, looks like a real person, seems like a real channel, looks like real comments, look like real views.
Tons of them out there now.
And eventually it's just going to get to the point where it's indistinguishable from anything real.
That is what's scary. Is that, maybe right now we can go through and go, okay, AI channel, we can tell the difference. They're getting better all the time to where we're not going to be able to tell the difference. And dead internet theory is not going to be a theory at that point. It's not even already. I think over 50% of the internet traffic is bots and AI programs right now.
We get them in our comment section.
Yeah,
and we appreciate it. All the bots, come on, comment.
It helps us out. Yeah.
Come on, comment as much as you like, my friend, because it's gonna get to the point where, and again, like Smokey said earlier, shout out to you guys for actually speaking or sticking around and listening to people who are real people. And hell, as far as I know, I think we're real. We might be simulating. No,
we're getting real meta now.
Exactly. That's what, man.
Dude, you want to think about something crazy?
I knew we was going here.
What we're doing right here, right now, is feeding those AI systems.
Absolutely. Everything we do on this,
every single word we spit out is helping make those AI systems better.
What's crazy is you could say anything that you upload to the internet is making those systems, but not, bro. Just having your phone in your proximity, just speaking to it, just speaking like we're speaking now. It's going. It's feeding. Everything's listening. There's no way to escape it. It
wild,
sucks,
man. But
God, you just gotta accept it, man.
We live in the science fiction future.
We're in the future.
Yeah.
I just imagine. What's crazy is me is y'all seen those clips where it's like, hey, this is 2025 of AI generated Will Smith eating spaghetti. And he's like,
yeah.
And it was like 2 years later, it's like
perfect almost.
That's 2 years.
And that was probably made 2 years from before now.
Let's go 30. Imagine, Jesus. But you know what? Maybe by that time, everybody's like, "Hey, bro, you heard that new MC squared? That new MC squared hard, bro."
Yeah.
But because it's just the norm, like, "Hey, man, that new computer chip 1 just dropped, bro."
I guess there is the fact that people adjust over time.
You don't like change, but you will adjust to it because you have no choice.
Yeah, we are malleable people. That's for sure.
Very.
Because, I mean, look at how we are now compared to what your ancestors were 200 years ago. You know, they wouldn't be able to exist in this society, yet here we are thriving.
Dude.
And it's scary to think about it, but we will adjust and we will get through it.
It sucks, but you kind of got to accept it. Take your phone, time travel back to 1950, and just give it to somebody. They'll think you're a witch. They'll think you're crazy. They'll be like, "What the fuck is this, dude? I can watch a whole movie just by bing."
Yeah.
That easy. You mean to tell me I don't got to get in my car, go down to the cinema,
theater.
buy some popcorn, find a place to sit.
Like,
You
can sit under your tree out in front of your house and watch something. No wires.
Nope.
Nope.
Hey,
not at all.
Let's say it's during the Vietnam War. Hey, you want to see what's going on in Vietnam right now? Watch this. I can pull up a camera on this street right here, and look, there's a live feed. You mean this is what? How? But if you were to even tell somebody that in the fifth, it's like, man, you crazy, dude. There's no way.
There's no way they could believe you because they can't fathom that.
And that's where I'm thinking. I'm thinking we can't even fathom what's gonna happen in 30 years. If looking at that Will Smith video in 2 years ago, imagine what 25 is gonna look like, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild, man.
You ready for it?
No.
Too bad. You better get ready and accept it because change is gonna come.
Yeah, I'm not ready for it. I mean, we have to accept it because we have no choice.
Like, that's the thing. You have no choice.
Yeah, we're just floating through the system, man, and we just have to try to make the best of it. But I mean, I guess luckily at this point in time, you can turn on a YouTube channel and still tell if it's AI, or at least a lot of people can.
Sheesh.
But
there's some.
But I mean, some people can't. Even at this point, and the better it gets, we're not going to be able to tell. No one on earth will be able to tell if it's real or if it's not. So be prepared for that because we can't stop it. But shout out to you guys for actually watching real people right now.
Or are we?
That'd
be great if it would just we should throw that.
We have a real face reveal one day. And it's just
we're computers. Just stick around. I kept saying 25 years.
We're just binary code.
I mean that's all we really are.
That's all we really are in real life. I mean, reality is nothing but prompts anyway.
Man, have you heard about this thing with DMT and the lasers?
What is it?
Oh wow, it goes hand in hand with this simulation theory, but a team of like researchers like found out that you could take DMT, put a laser at a certain frequency, and I think some teenage kids have been like, it's like a thing in in like the DMT community, but they found out that if you take a dose of certain psychedelics can make you go beyond the veil. But apparently DMT, if you put a certain frequency of laser on a wall and you just look at this laser, it will show you literal ones and zeros. Have you not seen that?
No, but it makes sense.
I mean, that's crazy that you can literally see ones and zeros. And yes, people say, well, you're taking a hallucinogenic drug, psychedelic drug, but
But I mean, there's overwhelming evidence that our entire existence is a computer program. So yeah, it makes sense that it would be binary code, unless there is a code that we don't understand yet.
I mean, that would freak me out. I mean, DMT is scary enough as it is, but to think that we're thinking that we're already in a simulation. But what if somebody actually you want to actually can see the ones and zeros? You don't believe me, and then someone shows you like, oh my god, we really are. Just in a like that. I think that'd be an existential crisis for me. Like I'd be like, holy crap, we are nothing but a computer. We're nothing but a computer. That's it.
But we are.
We're saying.
I truly believe that we really are.
But imagine bro, you really
got the proof.
Like you got to see. Here is the proof. That shit wouldn't fuck you up. I'd be like, all right.
No, because I already believe it.
I don't know, man. I think it would hit me. I know, or I don't know. You don't know. You believe.
Yeah.
Belief is the
Yeah.
But
But I'm saying, if you believe it enough and then you finally see the proof, you're like, well, there's my proof.
man, you don't think that would F with you just a little bit?
Nah, because I really do believe that in our entire existence, all of what you see is reality is computer generated.
I don't know. In some part, that would make me feel like I'm nothing. I'm just nothing.
No, it doesn't, because why is it so hard to believe that that was the existence all along? And regardless of what names you put on it, you're still in the same existence.
Right. It's
Like say people, believe that, Earth was where God put you, and you get to go to heaven one day, which is outside of the program. Like, it doesn't really matter what name you put on it. It's still the same thing, and we all were going to live the same existence regardless.
right. I don't
So
know.
it doesn't bother me.
For me, I think
Yeah.
it would F with me a little bit.
But it doesn't mean you're nothing, though.
No.
You'll eventually return to the source of energy.
I get that. For me, I'm just saying I would feel. I don't know why. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you can explain it to me as much as you want. I
Yeah.
would just feel like I am nothing. I don't know why. It's like I can't go anywhere. I am trapped in here. There's nothing else. That's just how I would feel. I don't. And
But
maybe
we already are, right?
I don't know. I can believe that we are. I don't know it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't know. But once you give me like irrefutable evidence, I feel like
So you're just not ready. You're still thinking like, as long as there's a chance that something else is real,
just I don't know. I just
you don't want actual evidence.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying if like right now I believe in a God. All right, I believe in a God. I don't
Yeah.
know. Do you
Or
want
a
to?
creator,
Sure, whatever.
a
Something
code writer,
could
a
be
prompter.
Could
Yeah.
be. I mean, okay. Let's say I was a diehard Christian. If they said, "Hey, I can give you, you can go talk to God Himself right now," and I was literally able to talk to God, I think that would F with me a little bit. Like, dude, I just spoke to the person that created me. I don't know why it would make me feel like I'm nothing. I just spoke to my creator.
Yeah.
Like, what am I? I'm nothing. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I would want to have, like, as someone who doesn't know for sure, I feel like I have something to offer the world, something to give out. But if I find out that I am literally nothing, which I probably
But you're not
am,
nothing.
but I probably am, but I don't know for sure. So I'd like to believe that I am something. But if I'm, you know what I mean?
No, because even if it may make you feel smaller, but
That
it doesn't
okay,
mean
maybe
you're nothing.
all right, there you go, smaller.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
But if
nothing,
you,
like
let's say you believed in Christianity, God is so big. He's
Right.
everything, right?
Everything.
He's the entire universe.
Yeah.
Does that not make you feel small already?
absolutely. But I don't know if that's real. I may believe it, but once I'm shown it, like, holy crap, I am this small. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I don't know,
it's
maybe-
a humbling thing. It
Oh,
humbles. me.
definitely humbling. Yeah. It'll get rid of your narcissism quick. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, dude, listen, as humans, we all think, we all have our things, man. We all
Everybody likes to think they're the god of their reality, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
We all think that you're the center of as much as you want to think that you're not. We all, again, I said it on last podcast. I've learned that most people don't have conversations to comprehend. They have conversations just to wait till their turn to speak. So if that person's like, hey, you know what, what'd you do this weekend? Okay, cool. This is what I did. But the second you learn, if that person's thinking, "Oh, this is all me," but then you find out you don't mean that person's like, "God damn, I guess I don't mean nothing." I've been trying to tell you that the whole time.
But everybody's a brick in the wall, though.
That we are. All in all, we're just
Yeah,
another brick.
that's
Oh.
it. We're just bricks in the wall. But some bricks, if you
Goddamn.
pull them, the whole wall falls down.
You're so crazy you say that because Pink Floyd also has that song "Keep Talking." Just keep talking.
Yeah.
Keep talking, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what we're gonna do because we're the trash talkers.
Yeah, just keep talking, man. I don't know, man.
I don't know, but we
yeah.
we went way beyond
Yeah, we did.
record companies and artists suing over AI.
Are you afraid of the future, Smokey?
I'm afraid of the overcomplication of the future. Yes, I'm not afraid of the future itself. I'm afraid of where our mental states will be
Why are you afraid of that?
because
You know that. Hold on. You believe this is just a big nothing. So why are you afraid? You know that this is a simulation. You know we're not.
Yeah, but we're still moving forward.
But why
regardless of what reality actually is, we're still moving forward as a society.
But why
we are still complicating things more and more daily.
But you know we're in a simulation, right? Or you believe it. You don't know it.
Yeah.
But so why be afraid of it? Just accept it. I mean.
Yeah, well, that's an inner turmoil, right? That's the inner conflict. Trying to accept it. I know I'm supposed to accept it, and I know I'm supposed to, but it's still like you said. I'd be scared if I was shown the proof. Like, there's still a part of me that goes, I'm scared of how complicated things can get into the future.
Let me ask you this: if someone said, "Hey, I can show you what your life is going to look like, what the world around you is going to look like. If you look through this marble, I'll show you exactly what your world looks like in 50 years. Would you want to look through it?"
Yes, I would.
What if it's just you, like, in the middle of a desert? Half of the world is going. You know that's to come. Would you really?
I don't know. I think there's something in my psyche that mental preparedness goes a long way with me. So yeah, I'm like, because I already have those fears. Like it doesn't bother me that bad because in my head I've already created all the outcomes. I've already seen what the outcome is for every direction that we could take.
God damn, bro,
if I see it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, but you say you would mentally prepare for it. If it's you struggling, you're one of the last people on earth.
Yeah.
And you got mayhem people. Often, like, there's nothing you can do to prepare. Like, no matter what, this is what's going to happen. You will be here at this point. You can prepare as much as you want.
No, prepare mentally, not physically.
How would you do that, though, man?
Just accept that it's going to happen.
Man,
death. People are scared of death.
I'm not at all, and I'm not afraid of death. And what's crazy is I know death is going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know what lies after death. I don't know if I come back. I don't know if I'm reincarnated. I don't know, but I know death is gonna happen. I know that. I don't believe death is gonna happen. I know death is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Am I afraid of it? No. Why? Because I know it.
Yeah. So there you go.
There you go. I know it's gonna happen.
So if I saw the future and I was the last guy crawling through the desert, I know it's coming.
I don't know, man. Curious on what you guys would say. If you could look in that marble and see exactly where your life, because your life may be peaches and cream.
It may
be on a. Would you
know,
guys?
And it may be shocking at first, but I would mentally prepare for it. Like, hey, when I get there, I'm like, saw this coming.
Life is crazy, dude.
It is.
Life is crazy.
But that's how you find peace of mind. Is
bring it all around, Smokey. Bring this one back around.
Well, there's. The labels and the artists are not going to be coping with AI pretty soon because there is legislation in the works right now that are going to protect artists' image and likeness from AI overuse.
Do you think the labels will figure out a way to capitalize?
Absolutely, they always do.
I think that's what's going to happen too.
Yeah, they're definitely. I mean, and I do think there's going to be some lawsuits involved.
Yeah, man. You got anything else for the trash talkers today? We went all over, dude. We didn't went through the Matrix. We didn't went through watching movies in the 1920s.
Yeah. Sometimes we get a little meta on these things, man. We get a little metaphysical, but that's just the type of people we are.
Then next podcast, can we talk about something
lighthearted?
Yeah, let's laugh next podcast, man. Let's make jokes or something, man.
Yeah, we used to make a lot of jokes.
Yeah, let's do that. What?
We still make a lot of jokes. It's just that sometimes we go off into a corner where it's like, this is very, very deep.
You know what? Let's leave it up to y'all. Well, y'all, what would y'all like to see us talk about next week?
Yeah, definitely.
If y'all want us to just say, just talk. If y'all want us to do that, we'll just talk.
That's what we do.
We'll just talk. We'll just sit here and talk. Eventually, somehow, we'll get on to the Matrix. I don't know how, but somehow Smokey will be like, well, actually, the way it's going to happen is the fabric of reality. God damn it. Now we got to talk about the Matrix. And then now we're on music labels. And then now we're on AI. And then we'll bring it back to playing on the playground. Yep. And then we'll go to the Fermi paradox. And then God dang, man. To the Trash Talkers who've stuck around with us this long, thank you guys for hanging out with us on this episode of the Trash Talkers podcast. Smoke, you got anything else for me this week?
Oh, I got a lot, but I'll leave it at that.
Please, Lord Jesus. With that being said, guys, my name is Barry Hollywood. 6 bars.
I am Larry Smokey Ramirez.
And we are
over and out. Deuces! Yeah, boy. Hey, just have fun while you're here.